Okay, here is the second part video. All I did was turn this page over. First thing we need to do on this one, again, is find the vertex. And in order to do that, I'm going to have to multiply this out. So, I'm going to do it down here, I guess. X minus 4, x minus 4, minus 1. So if I multiply these out, I get x squared minus 4x minus 4x plus 16 minus 1. And then combine like terms, so f of x equals x squared minus 8x plus 15. And now I can do the negative b over 2a. So x equals negative 8 over 2 times 1. So that is positive 8 divided by 2, that's 4. So up in my table, there's my 4. I'll do 3 and 5. And when I plug this into my calculator, I'm just going to plug it into the original problem. You can plug it into this one down here too. Doesn't matter. So 3 minus 4 squared plus 1. And that is 2. Now type in the 4. 4 minus 4 squared plus 1 is 1. And hopefully the next one is 2. 5 minus 4 squared plus 1 is 2. So now I can graph those 3 points rather. 3, 2, 4, 1, and 5, 2. Okay, now we can answer these questions over here. It opens up. The vertex is that point right there, so 4, 1. Axis of symmetry, x equals 4, and I get that from the vertex. Intercepts are where the y is 0, and I don't have any of those. This does not cross the x-intercept, or x-axis. So this one is none. And it is a minimum because the vertex is at the bottom of the graph. And the minimum value is y equals 1. I get that from the y of the vertex. Domain is all real numbers. Range, and these are pointing up, so it has to be greater than or equal to 1. All y values have to be 1 or higher. And this one wanted to know transformations. So to see the transformations, you look at this 4 and the 1 right here. That 4, it's the opposite. So x is going left to right, but remember the sign is opposite. So you want to think that it's going left, but it's really going right 4 units. I just put right 4. And then this number tells me up or down how many. So this one is up 1. Okay, so that's it for number 7. Number 8. And I probably should have done this on number 7, but number 8, you can also just find the vertex by looking at it, because this is the opposite of the x for the vertex, and this is the y of the vertex. So in this case, the vertex is negative 1, 3. Remember, opposite sign there, and then that number. So my other two values will be negative 2 and 0. And in my calculator, I'm going to type in that problem and plug it in negative 2 plus 1 squared plus 3, and that's 0. And negative 3 times 0 plus 1 squared plus 3 is also 0. So those two will be my intercepts. Let's graph it first. Negative 2, 0. Negative 1, 3. And 0, 0. Okay. This one opens down. And the vertex is negative 1, 3. Get that from right here. Axis of symmetry is x equals negative 1. And my two x-intercepts are the 2 where the y's are 0. So negative 2, 0 and 0, 0. It's a maximum because the vertex is at the top of the graph. And the maximum value is y equals 3. That's the highest y that you can get. Everything else has to be less than that. So domain is all real numbers. And I just told you the range is y is less than or equal to 3. All the values have to be less than or equal to 3. And transformations on this one. So this tells me left or right, but remember it's the opposite of what you're thinking. So this goes left 1. And then this tells me up 3. Okay, so that is it for the graphing part. Now you had a matching section below where you had to find the vertex of pretty much all of them. The easy ones are going to be the one that's already in vertex form. So this one's in vertex form. So I know the vertex here will be the opposite of that number. So 2, negative 1. Okay? And this one is also in vertex form. So the vertex here is positive 1 and negative 2. So I can draw lines for those. 2, negative 1 is right here. And then 1, negative 2 is right there. Okay, for these other ones, I'm going to have to do the negative b over 2a. So I'm going to say this is number 1. So for number 1 over here, it will be negative 4 divided by 2 times negative 1. And remember again, x equals negative b over 2a. So when I simplify that, sorry, let me zoom in here. When I simplify that, I get positive 4 divided by negative 2, which is negative 2. And there are a few of them with negative, well, there's 2 of them that start with negative 2. So I do have to plug it in to solve for the y. So now y equals negative 2 squared minus 4 times negative 2 minus 5. And all I did for that is take the equation and plug in the negative 2 for the x's. Okay, so on my calculator, if I do that, I get negative 1. Okay, so the vertex for this first one is going to be negative 2, negative 1. And that is right here. Okay. For this one right here, we'll say this is number 3. I'm going to have to multiply it out first and then do negative b over 2a. So, number 3. You can go ahead and distribute that negative sign to the first group if you would like to. So that is negative x plus 3 times x minus 1. So negative x squared plus x plus 3x minus 3. And combine like terms. So I will get y equals negative x squared plus 4x minus 3. Okay, now I can do negative b over 2a. So x equals negative 4 divided by 2 times negative 1. And that will give me 2. So now I'm going to plug it into this equation here. So y equals negative 1 squared, make sure the negative's on the outside of the parentheses, plus, why did I put a 1 there? That should be a 2, because I'm using this number right here, plus 4 times 2 minus 3. And that is 1. Okay, so vertex for number 3 is 2, 1. And that is at the top here. Okay, we have one more, and I was mean enough to give you 3 options, so you do actually have to solve it. So this we're going to say is number 4. And for number 4, it's already in standard form, so we can do negative b over 2a. So x equals negative, and the b is negative 6, divided by 2 times a, which is 3. 6 divided by 6 is 1. And so I know which one it's going to be, because there's only one of them with x is 1, but we do need to do the work for the y. So y equals 3 times 1 squared minus 6 times 1 plus 5. And that is going to be 2. So the vertex for number 4 is 1, 2. Okay, so that is it. Make sure that your copy looks just like mine. You're going to staple this to the test that you got back today, turn both of them in, and then you will be able to retake this test and hopefully do much better on it. Let me know if you have any questions.